His bloodline goes back to the Virgin Islands, but his family is here in the Hawaiian Islands. Adopted 13 years ago by Bob and Jody Main of Ewa Beach, instantly becoming their main priority since their other children were grown up and on their own. He also became the main attraction in high school track and field. A junior at St. Francis has fastest quarter-mile time in the ILH this season at 50.59 seconds. Made the varsity team as a freshman, finished 10th in the state as a sophomore, unbeaten in 2014. St. Francis sprinter Justin Main slowed down just enough to talk with our Jemai Webster. He's our Hawaii MVP this week.
From the opening gun, it's go time for St. Francis School's Justin Main. Saints Jr. has been unbeatable in the ILH this season.
Everyone gets tired and then their posture gets bad. My plan is always to keep my good posture, and that's how I get to win.
Calls his form the secret to his success. A consistent 50-second quarter-miler, Main hasn't dropped a race he's entered in 2014.
Haven't lost a race through about 10 track meets. Is that something that motivates you?
It's definitely a factor not wanting to lose, but just improving is my plan. My dad told me it's not about like winning, it's about beating your best times, so that's what motivates me.
And that's happened since his freshman year at St. Francis, all without a home track to race on. Justin says he'll run wherever, and that sometimes includes the University of Hawaii track and Joint Base Pearl Harbor Hickam.
Justin's main focus has been trying to improve each time his feet hit the track, and it's a goal he's been able to accomplish in spite of the lack of necessary athletic facilities here on campus, like a track. How have you been able to be so good when you don't necessarily have the facilities to back it up?
I've had a lot of good coaches. They've helped me throughout my years, so no matter where you train, you can just push yourself to the next limit. That's how I think of it.
The next level for him is bringing home a state title, where he understands for that to happen, he'll need to run faster. Last year's winning time was 49.77, a mark Justin aims to reach.
What's the short-term goal when it comes to the season ender?
To hit a 49 this year, and it would be amazing to hit it at States. So just try to push myself, and then at States, hit that 49 and bam.
Main says he won't jump the gun, but he hopes colleges start to take notice. In the meantime, he's helping himself. During the summer, he runs for Godspeed Track Club, where he's gained exposure running at national meets like the Junior Olympics, sometimes even providing an education on athletes from the 50th state.
What's that like to represent the state?
It's really interesting. They're surprised sometimes, like, oh, you have runners out there? Like, yeah, man. So I just try to run my best and try to keep up with them. It's very hard to keep up with them, but just got to represent Hawaii and do my best.
Which, according to him, is yet to come. Justin Main, our Hawaii MVP this week. Jemai Webster, KITV4 Sports.
If any of you have ideas who we should feature as a Hawaii MVP, hit us up at KITV.com. This year's state high school track meet is May 9th and 10th at Kamehameha. Maine's best this season is 50.59, second best in the state so far by 0.07 of a second to a young man from Seabury Hall on Maui.
Wow, incredible. And incredible that he's been able to do that despite having all the facilities that I'm sure some of his competitors have.
Yeah, nothing new in Hawaii high school sports. Marino back in the 80s and 90s when they were a powerhouse basketball team didn't have a gym. Wow. They practiced outside right next to the freeway.
One thing's for sure, he's the main man now on campus,
right? He's the main guy.
All right, thanks, Robert.
Thank you so much, Robert.